Greetings and welcome to Careful Conversations. My name is Jane Barton. I serve as the Caregiving Ambassador for AARP, the sponsor of this program. And I'm so appreciative of your time and attention today, checking in to a conversation about caregiving. Caregiving from the inside out. Today I want to talk about the important role of advocacy. If we are to receive the best care possible, we have to be an advocate for ourselves as well as for our loved ones. Now, I learned the importance of the role of advocate at a very young age. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 15 years of age, and I assumed the responsibilities of her care. Now, my brother and my dad were involved in that, but as the daughter, I was the hands-on caregiver. I remember a time when my mom was in the hospital, and she had some major surgery. In the aftermath of that, she was transitioned to a private room. And as I was sitting with her one afternoon, a nurse came in, and she approached my mother and called her by the wrong name. And she was about to administer some medications. So I jumped up and I apprised her of the mistake. And the nurse was so apologetic. In fact, she was horrified because she had actually walked into the wrong room. Now, if I had not been there to advocate for my mother, she might have taken some medication not intended for her. So being an advocate, even as a teenager, was vitally important to make sure my mom received the best care. Now, advocacy goes beyond the point of safety, worrying about concerns of that nature. We need to be advocates so that we can voice our wants and our needs. We need to advocate for ourselves and our family members and work collaboratively with the medical team that is caring for us. And we do this by asking questions, by gathering information, and not sitting back on our heels and waiting for the medical team to come to us. Because we know time is precious in healthcare. So we have to get in there. We have to dig, we have to research, and we have to question. And if the responses we receive from our healthcare providers are not adequate, then we need to seek second opinions, and that's advisable. That means we are kind of filtering through all the possibilities and making sure that we access the best care for our family, our friends, and ourselves. Now, I know this can seem overwhelming because there is so much going on, but advocacy is so vitally important if we are to voice our opinion and to acquire the care that we desire. Now, it's also important that when we have a consultation with a healthcare provider, to take an advocate with us. Because if we are the patient, oftentimes we are emotional, and sometimes we don't hear everything that is going on. So invite someone to go with you, to be your scribe, to post questions, to talk to the doctor, and perhaps even to record the conversation. So advocacy can come in all shapes and sizes, in all occasions. Now, I think an interesting way to be an advocate is to advocate for collaboration, meaning you want to work with your team, your health team, and you want to interact in a very collaborative, positive, and trusted way. If we can nurture trusted and mutually beneficial relationships within the healthcare system, we actually plant seeds to generate internal advocates that will go to bat for us. Now, I learned this last summer when I landed unexpectedly in the ICU. I had a medical crisis. Now, when the dust settled and I realized everything was ultimately going to be fine, I nurtured advocates merely by expressing a simple phrase of gratitude. I said thank you to every healthcare provider that came through my door. And I do that naturally, but it was sincere. And I have to tell you, the reaction that I got back from the nurses and the CNAs and the radiologists was one of surprise. They were actually shocked that I expressed my appreciation. And by doing so, I nurtured a trusted and mutually beneficial relationship, and they went to bat for me. So advocacy sometimes is rooted in our ability and our willingness to express our gratitude for those who care for us. It's so simple, yet so effective. So I thank you for stopping by today, and I hope that you heard something of benefit. If you have any additional questions, please check out the AARP Caregiving Resource Center or my website, Cardinal LLC. Both web addresses will be noted at the end of this video. I hope that you will stop by again in the future to check in on some additional conversations and pick up some tips about caregiving as well. Until our paths cross again, I wish you and yours many blessings, and I leave you with the reminder to enjoy the moment.